this really does drive me kind of crazy, because the one thing Trump is not is he's not a white supremacist. He's a little slow on the uptake to criticize people who are on his side. You know, that was one of the problems he had in the first campaign, where he didn't immediately condemn the Ku Klux Klan. But the idea that Donald Trump, this New Yorker who's won NAACP awards, who brags about how well he's done for Black Americans economically, who brags about the things that he does for all the people, and he talks about all the people. The idea that this guy's a white supremacist is really kind of nuts. But this is what Biden is selling, and he has a new ad out. Here's the ad. It's cut 14.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups, and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared to specifically
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. You want to call him? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
white like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
So then they print, if you're just listening, not watching, they print out some of the reactions from the Proud Boys, who again are a far-right organization. I'm not a big fan of the Proud Boys. However, they are not white supremacists. They actually do invite, they're just men. They just want to have men. They have an old-fashioned idea of a traditional idea of men and women, and they think the organization should be a boys' club, but they don't care what color the boys are. And so it's just kind of weird that the Proud Boys are the one that came into his mind. Ann Coulter has repeatedly said that the Proud Boys, because they do have this kind of street thug attitude about things, they're kind of out there to answer the thuggishness of BLM and Antifa, which is even worse, of course. But she says they've protected her at a number of riots that have gone on, and when she turns out to speak. And of course, it's only when right-wingers turn up to speak at campuses that there are riots and that there is danger. I do not like street violence of any stripe. I hate people going out there and taking over the streets. But you got to admit that the Proud Boys are not the threat in Kenosha. They're saying they have that guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot people at the Kenosha riots. He was in that ad when they mentioned Kenosha, and his lawyer says he's suing because he's not a white supremacist either. And just to show you this, here is Donald Trump answering this question about white supremacy again and again and again over the years going back to 2016. It's cut 15.
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. We are a nation founded on the truth that all of us are created equal. We are equal in the eyes of our Creator. We are equal under the law, and we are equal under our Constitution. Those who spread violence in the name of bigotry strike at the very core of America. How many times do I have to reject? I've rejected David Duke. I've rejected the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. From the time I'm 5 years old, I rejected them. Now, I have been asked this question so many times. I have rejected it so many times.
It's really a fair question. I mean, does it have like a sell-by date? Does he, if he doesn't renew this objection to white supremacy every 10 minutes, does it suddenly he turns into a Klansman? I mean, is that, it wasn't him who was at Robert Byrd's funeral. Robert Byrd used to be in the Klan. It was Joe Biden.